Good morning. Today I am going to catch you up. I haven't been on in a while, as I'm sure you all have maybe noticed. There's very good reason for it. I've had some things occur for me. I became very triggered recently over our state of political affairs. It occurred to me really recently that things are not as we think they are. That we're being distracted, led to believe things probably that aren't true. We're being led to be angry at people that we really aren't angry with, and we're being led to think that things are different than they really are. And I will be doing a reading on this, an orrery reading, where I just simply ask the stars, are we at war at this time? And my answer is surprising. And I will be bringing that to you the next reading. I haven't been on, as I said, because I was quite triggered. And anytime a planet such as Pluto is in the latter degrees and ready to change signs, things are really likely very heated. The heat on the oven or stove has been turned up, and we're all kind of being cooked alive. So I was asking a question, and the answers are surprising, sad, and likely uncomfortable. So what I did was I used the mana cards here to come up with kind of where I'm at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards, okay? And I want to ask, let me get them up here where you can see them, the cards, to kind of help us understand the times we're in, as Pluto is in a change of sign. It has moved into Aquarius. It is direct. It's a 240-year synodic cycle. That means that it comes back to its original location at approximately 240 years. What does that mean? Well, it means in this sense that what we are experiencing is a process of completion, if you will. And what we are going to go through is switching from the religious Puritan government 10th house energy into an 11th house group Plutonian transformational type of energy. It's the time of the humanitarian. And how that is going to factor, we obviously, as astrologers, I think that there's some misunderstanding that we know what's going to happen. No, we don't really know. We're guessing. We're adding things up and coming up with probabilities. But do we know? No, we don't know. So what is this card saying? It's card number 29. That is also the number for void, of course, when the moon is, in a sense, astrologically making no real meaningful contacts. So our moon isn't kind of reminding us of our subconscious. We're not staying really in touch with what is really happening underneath. Well, we have one more incident of Pluto going back into Capricorn during the voting season. Again, these things kind of had me feeling a little, gosh, I don't like the way this feels. And what is it about it that I don't like? Well, I'm sick of people talking bad and threatening and blackmailing. And, we've got two obvious older white men running this country, one who isn't the president, who runs a whole bunch of people in absentia, and the other who they claim is senile, who has a speech impediment. And I'm not going to say for sure I know what his situation is. I don't particularly feel compelled to vote for either one of them. And not because I dislike either one. I don't know them, but I don't like them as a leader. Don't know why, doesn't matter. Probably I would prefer someone a lot different, maybe like a Dalai Lama or, somebody who comes at it from a highly principled place. And I'm not seeing that. I see a lot of things. Now, I'm not saying Obama, or not Obama, but Biden is anything at all, but just a nice man, and that he's just trying to do a job. I suspect that's true. I don't think that there's a lot wrong with him in terms of what he's done or doing. But at the same time, I wonder, why is it that we vote for old men, white men? Is it because they're easy to manipulate? I suspect possibly. What are we doing right now? Is this a show? Are we on Truman? Are we putting up an actor called Trump who provides us with a show and the media hops and jumps to his drumbeat? It looks that way. I hate to think it, but it kind of looks that way. Well, when I go in and I do the war chart, it'll give you a different feel, because I don't think it's either one of them that are really behind what's the next step for us as a country. And so we get this card, the 29, the Mo card. What is it telling me? Well, it's sort of saying that we have someone who's looking to trap us in the cave. They're looking to shut it down. They don't want the spirituality. They don't want us to be woke. They don't want us to breathe. They don't want us to be alive. They want us to buy that this level of chaos and dirty is normal, and it's not. And I'm not a political person. I don't want to do politics. I find myself dirty over this, but I'm a human and I'm living in the human condition like we all are. And when we're being told, be careful who you vote for, you might have a problem. What does that look like? Well, to me, it looks like if I am a tarot, oracle, astrologer, via my education, this is what I choose to come out into the world and present myself as. Sun conjunct Uranus, 8th house. Where does this leave me? Well, unfortunately, I'm scared we re-elect Trump, who says he's going to be a dictator, who claims through the pipelines of information, so far as I understand, if you're a tarot card reader, oracle reader, or an astrologer, you have which like category here, and boy, oh boy, you could be in trouble. And so, yeah, looking to trap us into those of us who are kind of on the peripheries or the outer ideas in the cave and say, you didn't do right. You're a witch. You've got witchcraft in your bones. And so, yes, I have been feeling it. And I love to hear from those of you who are light workers like myself, and that are opening yourself up to this world of coming out, where I've been real quiet. I've done this work privately by myself, and I've helped many people understand themselves more realistically. But are we in times where our minds are just kind of lost and we need to recapture them? I suspect so. And so this is a story, oops, if I can find my card, that we think of as Maui, the beautiful show. I loved that. I've watched it many, many times, where he's the demigod that comes over, and Hina is his mom, and Mo'o is the naughty lizard looking to trap her into the cave. And there's all sorts of different things, but now he makes his way over to his mom and he deals with it. Okay, he restores his mom back to peace. And so some of these myths are hopeful in this sense. Maybe we're about to be restored back to peace. The one thing about being here in Hawaii is I understand there's a lot of demigods. There's a lot of contributors towards who we are as a whole, spirituality wise. We are having this Christ conscious experience. And for those who want to walk in love and light, this is a hard situation we find ourselves in, because really, are we walking in love and light when we have someone makes fun of people with disabilities, who has his own disabilities, who he fails to understand? And I struggle all the time with all the different things that are getting said, and I pay attention because I, as a voter, have an obligation to understand what I'm doing, as do you. And really, if you're a ever Trumper or a Biden or whatever, it's the right wing and the left wing, and it's both wings that it takes to fly the bird. Okay, so none of us are without guilt here, none of us. And so I just want to bring your attention to the fact that we are in this time of great dilemma. Where do you stand? Are you standing on the side of something of a condemnation to the people? Or are you standing on the side of something to the tune of you want what's best for the people? You want to see us rise up and become what we are truly meant to be, because it is our time. This is saying that it's an ending for one kind of energy and it's a beginning for another. And with that, please do like, share, subscribe. I am now available at Deborah Montgomery Astrology.com, where I'm working on the booking page. So if you want to book an appointment, please do send me a little brief email, and I will send you back all the information you need to get a reading from me. I do both tarot and tarot, astrology, and oracle. And I have a wide variety of disciplines. And with that, I thank you so much for joining me here today.